Have you ever wondered why some runners make it look so easy while others struggle with every step? That's because some runners know the method to run effortlessly. And in this video, I'm going to show you a system that makes it so much easier to run faster further that any runner can use no matter your current fitness level. Hi, my name is Nick. I'm a former professional triathlete and I work as an elite performance specialist. And today I'm going to show you 3 powerful tools that have made it possible for me to run effortlessly for hours. And these tools have helped hundreds of athletes that I've worked with to do the same. This system is a game changer and for some reason, nobody seems to talk about it. So let's get to the first powerful tool, and to take full advantage of it, you need to learn about race cars. You see, there are 2 ways you can make your car go faster. You can make the engine bigger and the car more powerful, or you can reduce the force that the car has to overcome. The funny thing is that most runners only focus on one of these aspects, making the engine bigger by training harder and longer. But what if we could reduce the force that we have to overcome instead? It turns out we can. It's called running economy, and I'm gonna show you how to maximize it. Think about running economy like a car's mileage, but for runners. It's about how much energy you use at a certain speed. The better the running economy, the less energy you use. Running economy is influenced by a lot of things like how we move and how our body works. First and foremost, we want to improve how our body moves, also called running biomechanics. To do this, we want to make sure that our feet land right underneath our body or close to it and not in front of it. If you're landing in front of yourself, you will have some negative force going against you that you will have to overcome on each and every stride. Once our foot hits the ground, we want to extend our hip and propulse ourselves forward. This can be tricky at first if you're used to running in some other way, but the easiest way that I found to help people do this is to try to increase their cadence, also called their steps per minute, to around 180. Now, 180 is not some magic number, but it's good to have something to strive against and just see what happens if you try to increase your cadence to that point. Because this is a new way to run and it's not that motor system that you have running in your head, then at first it will be really hard because you have to use a lot of energy just thinking about how you're running. But if you have done this for a couple of weeks and your running biomechanics are better, then you will start to run faster easier. Running uphill and doing short, high interval training can also help make your running economy even better. And if you combine it with the next step, you'll run even faster. When I started running, I thought that the more I ran, the better I would get. But then I read a couple of studies on running economy and I tried to do something else. You see, if you add a certain type of strength training to your running protocol, then you can significantly improve your performance. So I started mixing my endurance training with some explosive movements and some heavy lifting, and I was amazed at what happened. It made me better at using my energy, and all of a sudden I started running significantly faster than I had done for a long time. When you have improved your running economy by doing some strength training and focusing on your running biodynamics, it's time to add the final powerful tool to become a full-born runner. You see, if you want to become a better runner, you have to run consistently, but you also have to do progressive overload the right way. Now, progressive overload just means that you add some intensity or some mileage every single week, or a combination of the 2. But this is where most people go wrong. I've seen so many people start at way too high volume and then they have nowhere to progress to. So they stagnate, or even worse, they get injured. So here's what you need to do instead. Let's say you're training for a marathon. But then when you're planning your training, you start by looking at the last week just before your race. How much volume are you going to do in that week? Maybe the week before, because if you have a taper week, but look at how much volume can you actually do in the last week. Not right now, but in the last week. Then you work your way back to where you are right now, and then you try to increase just incrementally every single week until you hit that final week. Remember that it's better to go slow than to get injured. But even though this powerful system will take you to the top 1% of runners, if you don't know how to recover well, you will never get better. So to make sure you don't end up wasting all that hard effort, you can watch this video right here, where I'll teach you how to recover faster than you ever thought possible. And it's the same protocol that we use with elite athletes to create world-class performances.